developer relations working at Edge and Node. Hope everyone is having a very good day. Today, we've got a blockchain developer by the name of Faith M. Roberts here, who's going to be sharing how she's building with the graph and what it's like to be building from her perspective. And I'm very excited to be chatting with her and seeing what she's doing with the graph. And before I get into that, what I want to do is do a quick announcement and just make sure all the developers out there understand and know that the Graph Builders DAO is very much looking forward to anyone out there that is a builder looking to upgrade their subgraph and substream builders game. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to share my screen real quick. I'm just going to show off Builders DAO because Builders DAO is awesome. Share screen. There we go. Faith, have you heard of Builders DAO?
Um, yeah, I guess so. I got a little walkthrough by Chidubem
Yeah.
at, yes,
Awesome. Yeah. So Chittibum, shout out to Chittibum. He's been
yes.
a big part of the community, and I'm looking forward to meeting him in person. All I know with Chittibum is meeting him through online, so I'm looking forward to actually meeting him
Wow.
in person someday. But anyways, this is Builders DAO. Builders DAO is awesome. They're a team of developers who are building subgraphs and substreams uh, by contract. So if anyone out there wants to get subgraphs and substreams built for their DApp and don't want to go into learning subgraph or substream development, there are absolutely builders out there that are looking to help your vision come to reality. And then also on top of that, there's a path for developers who are looking to improve their subgraph and substream development and their skills. So this is a great place to go. I know a lot of the members, they are good people, and they are building all the time. So go check out buildersdao.tech. That's buildersdao.tech, and improve your experience with building with subgraphs and also building on the graph. So with that all being said, I'm going to stop my sharing and pass the microphone over to Faith. Faith, if you could please introduce yourself and give us a little bit of a background of how you first got started with Web3 as well as the graph.
Okay, thank you. Hi, everyone. My name is Faith Roberts, and I'm a Nigerian. I'm from Kogi State. I was based in Kaduna State and currently based in Lagos. So just doing a bit of touring across Nigeria. I started Web3 out in 2022. Yeah, before then I was a front-end developer. I got some scholarship with Google, and after that, I've been doing front end and React development. Before I came across Web3 2022 in a hackathon, a block header Web3. And so the hackathon was for the graduating student of a blockchain course. And so these students were smart contract developers, but they needed help with front end development for their smart contract. And they reached out to me. I haven't heard anything about smart contracts before then. And I had just 2 days, 2 days
No
to
one knew about
understand
smart
what
contracts.
smart
They
contract.
are they are confusing concept at
Yeah,
the start. Just what
exactly.
is
That was
this?
so
It's not.
confusing. So
It's very confusing.
I was able to do a little bit of integration. Just I was just able to read from their smart contract. That was it. We were able to win a prize from the hackathon, and after that, I was like, "Wow, I'm interested in this blockchain development. What's it all about?" And that was what piqued my interest. I started doing research. I joined some online courses, did Crypto Zombies, did Metaschool.so, and finally, I also did Polygon. Finally, I went to Web3 Bridge on site in Lagos to 2023, and I did the on site training for 4 months, studying Solidity development. And after that, I've been building and building and building, participating in hackathons. I first came across the graph at ETH Accra 2023. Yeah, where we explained what the graph does, how you index smart contracts, can read your events at the front end using the graph and all. But I didn't I didn't work with it that year
Yeah. And then
until this year.
Simone, wasn't Simone there from
Yes,
Edunode?
he
Yeah.
was. Yes,
Yeah.
yes, he was.
Great.
He was. Yeah. So it was a bit too much for me to wrap my head around as at then, because we just had 2 3 days for the hackathon and I just focused on building. I just like, oh, the graph is interesting, but I don't think I can work with it
It's
right
tough at
now.
first. It is tough.
Yes,
It
yes.
is tough at first.
So,
I mean, to
yeah, so
understand smart contracts and then the subgraph on top,
yes,
it's a lot
and
to
then
get.
the burden of being in a hackathon with lots of people, and in Ghana, not in Nigeria. So I was overwhelmed. I was wary of learning new things, and I didn't want to make a mistake. I didn't want to break the app. So I was like, okay, I'm sticking with what I have currently, and later on in the future, I'll continue with the graph. Fortunately, this year I was able to attend Code Africa conference in Kenya, at Kenya, just few days to Eat Frontiers. And at Code Africa conference, I met Chidubem and the graph team. We talked about the graph. This time, because I have joined the workshop before, I think this time was easier to understand, and maybe because I have understood some terms in the blockchain, it was easier. It was pretty easy to work with it this time. And so I started working with the graph to index my smart contract events to read on the front end. I had some issues and I asked the team that were on ground, and they helped and were able to create our graph, our sub graph. We're able to create it and link it to our smart contract. Yes, for the project. And so far we were building that project on base as at the time. Yes, but after the hackathon and all, we didn't get so much support to continue building the project from them. But we got supported. We got a grant from Starknet. And
Mhm.
so we had to start building the version on Starknet. And I know I've had back and forth discussions with Chidubem that why is the graph not stagnant, and like there's some plans, there's some discussions about that. Like I would love it so much because I've started with the graph already and I would like to continue it no matter the chain. So yeah, that's my
I,
introduction
your
to the graph.
experience goes
Yeah.
everywhere. I mean, starting with front end, so
Yes,
automatically you enjoy, or at least you
exactly.
understand the layout and how things are feeling for
Yeah,
people. I would assume that, I mean, that's typically when I talk with the front end dev, there's nothing better than things feeling, looking right. And
exactly. Yes.
and then from there, the graph is a perfect fit because you want
Yeah.
to have data to push
Yes.
into that front end. And then
Yes.
also you're doing blockchain and actually going to smart contracts for many months.
Yes.
So I see your title is blockchain dev. I'm going to call you a full stack blockchain dev. The entirety of Web3. Um,
Exactly.
well, that's amazing. So for today's topics, what do you want to go over? I have so many questions. I am curious about your growth, but I'm curious what you are wanting to share today with
Yes.
the yeah.
Yeah, so I wanted to share about Custos Directories because that's the project
Mhm.
we are building with the graph. We built it at Code Africa Hackathon in
Okay.
Kenya,
Could you
and we
share some
got
links to that?
funding.
I'll share that to the chat.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's see.
Okay.
Any links that the chat could take a look at.
Okay, so let me just share the links with
Yeah.
you.
Is this coming through
So we,
Telegram or is this coming
yes.
through? Yes. Okay. I'm gonna wait for that
Um,
to open up. Perfect. dropping this in chat. How's it going, chat? Hope everyone's doing well today.
Yeah. So I just dropped them on your charts,
Perfect.
the social link and the site. So we were able to secure the StackNet seed grant, pre-seed grant to build the MVP,
Hmm.
have a workable MVP of the project, which we are doing the beta testing
Hmm.
from next week.
Mm.
Yeah,
Okay.
of the project, yes. And so Custos Directories is helping to secure um, data on chain, but we are specific to the data. We are specific to crime witnessing and
Mm.
agreements. Yes, because we, it was a niche. It was a we had to look at some really pain points to what people are struggling with in especially Africa, where you see where you get crime evidences being tampered with, and you don't really get true justice, or you don't really get the true understanding of the crime that happened because the evidence has been tampered with or has been adulterated, or the witness has been killed and the evidence has been destroyed. So
Wow.
the aim was for when crime is happening, if you are opportune to be a witness, you know about Custos directories, you just pick out your phone, it connects to your camera, and then you record what is going on real time. Immediately you end the record, it gets automatically deployed to the blockchain. If you take a picture and you click capture, immediately you captures, a pop-up will be there for you to sign the request. Immediately you sign the request, it gets updated to the blockchain. And at
Wow.
that point, it cannot be tampered with because of um, the timestamp in the blockchain, the transparency of the blockchain, the way you cannot um, tamper with information on the blockchain the same way you can tamper with this. If you record a video, you take some videos and you click the button, it pops up your wallet for you to sign that transaction. And after you sign the transaction, it gets uploaded straight up to the blockchain. Now, this evidence cannot be tampered with, cannot be altered at
Uh-huh.
all.
I'm
Yes. So
signing in
for
right
the
now to your
yeah,
to your DApp. I want to mess around with this. I want to have you keep on talking, of course, but I
yeah,
just have to go check this
yeah.
out. This
Yes.
is incredible.
So for the agreement, we've realized that many people have issues with legal issues here because agreement has been tampered with or has been destroyed by bad actors. People have lost their properties because of that. And so we
Mm.
thought about why not store these agreements on chain. It
Right.
is proof that it belongs to this person. It cannot be collected from this person on chain.
Right.
So if you want to argue it in the court, you just go to the front and you just print out that agreement you had that proves you are the real owner of that particular asset, or this was the agreement you entered with this person on so 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 dates stating these facts.
Mm.
And so yes, so these are the things we are doing at Custos. This is this is the
That's
project
amazing.
of Custos, storing crime evidences on chain. So we have the real unadulterated copy of
Uh-huh.
what happened and the real copy of that agreement and the date it happened, all untampered with.
That's
Yeah, so
incredible. It's
that's a
it's such a simple and effective use case
yeah,
for blockchain
yes,
technology. That's really incredible. I like the verifiability that
yeah,
is inherent within blockchain, as
yes,
that's just part of the tech. And then you've found something as a use case that really is verifiability and permanent
yes,
and
yes.
untamperable. That is so powerful. I'm really, really impressed. I'm looking at
Thank
the
you.
application right now. What stage of development are you? Are you early, middle? Are you fully
Yeah.
launched? Where are you at right
So we are currently early because we are working on the MVP,
Mhm.
which we are testing from next week. We're inviting Dell's users to start testing so we make it um, make it market ready before we launch. Yeah,
Mhm.
so I'll say we are early. Yeah.
I'm seeing in chat when launch, when launch. When
So
launch.
we want to run the testing first to be sure that things are working as expected and it can take as many requests as possible per time. We want to be sure that things are working well
Hmm.
before we launch.
Hmm.
And then we are launching before the end of this month
Mm. Okay.
after the test. So yeah,
Okay. So that's soon.
yes, very soon.
Okay. um, yeah, this is Alpha. Nice job, chat, Chittagong. There's a question in chat. Is there plans for a mobile app version?
Yes, there
Okay.
is.
Okay.
We currently have plans for a mobile app version.
Cool.
We we wanted starting it as a mobile app version, but we had some challenges getting mobile support for blockchain based project at the
Mm.
start of the project of building. And because it was a hackathon project, we didn't have so much time to figure out how to incorporate mobile and all. We just
Mm.
went with web for the moment
Mm-hmm.
and trying to make it PWA, progressive web app, where you just
Mm-hmm.
have the icon on your phone.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, within the next, this is just like our third month into building,
Mm.
and we've had a lot of challenges, and we've been able to scale through. And we were lucky to get a bit funded, so we solved a lot of challenges. But it is part of our roadmap within 6 months to launch the mobile version, the
Mm.
workable mobile version of Custos Directories.
It's an exciting time for Web3 because even
Yeah.
just 2, 3 years ago, getting high quality videos, at least having an experience that had a video element in Web3 was difficult.
Yeah.
And it's getting better all the time. And just seeing a hackathon project in the last 3 months, being able to have verifiability and video quality that is blockchain, this to me is a really cool turning point because I've seen plenty of hackathon projects with photos. I haven't seen as many with video.
Yeah.
And I'm excited for this next phase of
Thank you.
video and creativity with more just larger files, which is depending on the chain, depending on off-chain storage, whatever you're choosing to do, that unlocks that, which is pretty dang cool. So um, there's another question here. What connects? And this is a good question for Graph Builders office hours. What connects to subgraphs, substreams? Is there a subgraph that you're looking at? Did you build a custom subgraph? What did you do with the graph?
Yes, so what we do is for the agreement, for all the agreements, yes, they're connected to the subgraph because we use the events. Because once you get to the platform, you create an agreement.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you are a landowner, you want to sell, and then you have a buyer.
Mm-hmm.
So you get to the platform, you create an agreement. Once you create an agreement, it gets written to the blockchain,
Mm-hmm.
and then it pops up that event that a new property or a new whatever it is has been created. Now we use that, we index that for the buyer or the tenant to use that to log in to get access to that particular property and
Mm-hmm. Okay.
sign. So we have two signatures on that particular property
Awesome.
from the seller and then the buyer, or from the sender and the receiver, whatever it is. So we connected the agreement to subgraph. Also, the crime recorder, we use that because it is a crime recording, and we want to be alerted immediately a crime has occurred and a witness has uploaded a video.
Hmm.
Yes, so we use that that was the initial use when we were on base. We connected it, we used the subgraph to give notifications, immediate notification when a user has recorded a new, uploaded a new evidence to the chain or submitted a new evidence on chain. So it
Hmm.
gives us a prompter that, okay, new evidence has been uploaded, and we can check and submit it to the appropriate authorities for verification and then solving the crime that has just happened. Yeah,
Hmm.
so I initially we are using Subgraph for connecting to the crime contract and the
Hmm.
agreement contract. Yeah.
Hmm. And did you build part of this smart contract or the whole smart contract? Front end, subgraph, what part of this stack did you help build?
Yeah, I built the both the smart contract and the front end.
Okay.
I concentrated more on the crime evidence.
Hmm.
Maybe because that was my idea from the team.
Sure.
So
Sure.
I focused mainly on the crime record
Sure.
part of the
Sure.
contract. And I also helped with the agreement because when we had to build the Stacknet version in the team, the one very vast with the Cairo language, and so I was able to translate our smart contracts from Solidity to Cairo for both. So
Hmm.
on under StackNet, the version under StackNet, I built the both smart contracts
Hmm.
and also helping with the front end.
Awesome, awesome.
Yeah.
For the subgraph developers, substreams developers that are in chat right now, I know a lot of times if we're building subgraph substreams a lot, we don't get our hands on smart contracts too
Yeah.
often. We're more just observing and gathering data. Is there anything in the smart contract in particular that you're proud of that you said, "Oh, this is the thing that I needed"? Is there any particular code that you were happy that you wrote, or is there a certain kind of logic that you really had a trouble on that
Oh,
you're proud of fixing?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. For the smart contract, especially the crime scene, because for the hackathon, we were able to get it to work. I particularly I was happy when I was able to write the contract for cover crime, and when I saw that we could actually upload a crime and it got stored on the blockchain and we're able to retrieve the data, and we retrieved it, um, built on Solidity. Then it was a major milestone for me because once the crime has been recorded, what we do is you just can't send it directly to the blockchain. We had to store it on IPFS and
Mm,
get the hash of IPFS. Yes, and so I used IPFS and their APIs, and sometimes the API will be down and all that. But finally, it pulled through,
mm,
and we saw that there was a way you could manipulate the evidence. So what we did was to hash the video and
mm,
upload to IPFS. So once you're trying to retrieve and or if the hash doesn't match what has been stored on chain, you know that there has been a fraudulent activity here.
mhm.
Yeah, so once we were able to do that, I was really proud. Like, whoa, I've gotten this blockchain thing. Yeah, I know this.
I
It was a happy moment for me then.
whenever you're able to, there's a
Yeah,
moment in any coding at all. I always find that you're just
yeah,
like, what the heck do I need? And the
yeah,
joy that happens when you get what you need, and the fact is that it's cryptographic. That's always exciting to me.
yes,
It's that
yes,
you could prove it, and verifiability is such a big deal.
exactly.
Very, very cool. So, with this project, it's going to have a launch in about a few weeks now,
Yes,
and this will be a beta launch, public
yes,
beta, anyone could use.
exactly.
And how can developers out there help you the very best? Of course, use the software. Is this open source? What are you doing for the code? It is okay. Send over the GitHub
Yes, so
because I want
Custos
to share that
Directory
with
is
chat.
open source.
Okay. Where, if you could you share the GitHub repo?
The GitHub, yeah. Let me get it
Yeah, I'll
right
share that for
now.
chat. Yeah, anyone in chat that wants to hop in and either test by using the product or check out the code and submit some PRs or at least just dive in, take a look. That's always helpful. There it is. Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, just share that.
Amazing. And the name Custos I can't,
Directories.
directories. Ooh, okay. Directories. I get it. And what
Yeah.
is Custos? What does that mean?
So Custos is security.
Okay.
I think we just got security and we're like, security is so. How do we just work with security? And we all started researching what is security in different languages, in French, in Spanish.
Hmm.
So I think it's Custos is security in is it Latin or Spanish? And so we're like, yes, custos, it makes sense. So we're going with custos. So it means security. Directories is the same as directories, like TORIES,
Yeah.
saving your whatever. Yeah.
That's
So
great.
just
I had to
direct.
say it out. Directories.
Yeah.
It's a great name.
Thank
The
you.
and this is the same name as the hackathon project, or has it changed?
Yes.
It's the same name. Okay,
Yes, the
cool,
same
cool. That's
name.
great. That's very
The
creative.
same
I like
name.
that a lot. Okay, so we've got your GitHub, we've got the X. I've told chat to give your team a follow,
Thank
and talked about subgraphs and something you're proud of. Is there anything that you would like to ask of the subgraph developers or anyone in chat beyond what I've already brought up? Contributing on GitHub, reaching out on X. Is there anything else that we can do to help this project be a success in these next few weeks?
Yes, we are open to a whole lot of um, help because over the top of our heads, we don't really have everything figured out yet, especially when it comes to security of these documents. We know every day there's always a way to hack into something and all. So I'm urging the graph developers, subgraph developers, those that are going through the repository to help our point some of the vulnerabilities they can notice in the code that we can improve upon and how we can make custos directories more easy for just anybody to use and
Mm-hmm.
interact with and
Mm-hmm.
just work on just to improve mass adoption of it. We
Mm-hmm.
really need that help and help to make our project market ready. I think this would be help from the graph team itself. What we need to do to make the project market ready and also marketable and help out with marketing custos also.
Well, that's what we're
Yeah.
doing here right now. Hi, hello, marketing.
Alrighty.
That's what we're doing.
Yeah.
And I'm happy to
And
shout this out and get this out there as
exactly.
much as I can. I'll talk with my team as well because
Yes.
this is a great
Would
project.
also appreciate if there are future opportunities to get funded to improve
Mhm.
the state of custos, making it more secure, making it more accessible, and to probably give little rewards to people who have been sending security data evidences, crime evidences on chain. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's a few things I'm already thinking of right now. Someone in chat
Wow.
brought this one up. Uh, I think I
Awesome.
can help her make it account abstraction since MetaMask would make it for a lot of degens and regens. So if
Yeah.
we've got
Yes. So I
someone in
forgot to
chat,
mention
Justice.
that. Yes, I
Uh,
forgot to mention that.
mm,
We are making the crime recorder part of the app gasless,
Mhm.
because
Nice.
we know we feel like some people might stumble upon a crime and they don't have the gas to
Oh yeah,
deploy.
that'd be the worst. Oh yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
You
So
you really
for
have to
making
have.
just the part
Yeah,
of
yeah.
the of Gustos gasless for
Awesome, awesome,
our subscribers and
awesome,
users here.
awesome. Yeah, any way that we could abstract away
Yeah.
the wallet creation and
Yes.
just the headache
Yes.
of,
Yes.
oh, there's a crime occurring. Let me go ahead and copy and paste this hash. Like that's not going to
Yeah.
happen.
Yeah.
So,
Exactly.
what's my 12-word security key? Oh no, like that's not the time for that. So,
Exactly.
um, okay, so hear that chat. If anyone's out there that would like to help out, reach out and making this more user friendly, and I'll talk with people I know and see what we can do to get this be a supporter as many ways as possible. So, with that
Thank you.
being said, is there anything else you want to go over, Faith, or is that the plan for today?
Yeah, so I think that is basically it.
Awesome, perfect,
Yes, I'm
perfect,
grateful for
perfect.
the opportunity. Yeah.
Amazing, amazing. Well, thank you, Faith, so much for your time, and
Thank
I'm looking
you.
forward to building with this. If you have any questions on subgraphs, I'm happy to help out.
Yeah.
You are the front end dev and the back end. I'm the middleware. I'm right in the middle. So,
Awesome.
yeah, you got the smart contracts down too. So, very exciting. And chat, thank you for your contributions. Faith, is it okay if I share your Twitter with chat so they can reach out to you?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
perfect. I have your Twitter, I think.
87.
There you are, Fate.
Yep.
There you
Let's share
are.
that.
All right. Okay. Oh, and Lewis from Pinax. Faith, just wanted to say thank you again for inviting me into your StarkNet group you have going.
Wow.
There you go. You're popular.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You are popular. I'm gonna put you. Let's see. I got this. I got this. I got to share this in so many different locations. There we go. And bam, bam, bam. Okay. Boom. Okay, everyone. Well, thank you so much. Oh, we got a question again. Oh, questions are coming in. My question: any plans to jump to another chain in your roadmap? If yes, which one would it be? I see a great fit with Arweave here, another of the Graph's indexed chains. Arweave, for those who are not into who don't know Arweave, it can hold tons and tons and tons of data, making it very
Awesome.
good for large file storage, and the Graph indexes Arweave data as well.
Awesome. Yeah, so we're trying to bring security everywhere as possible. So yes, we are open to partnering with other chains that see this a good fit for the chain, that see the
Mhm.
idea as awesome for the chain. We're open to discussions on how we can bring custos to your chain. And yeah, you can store data. Yeah, data is one of our pain point. And yeah, if you can help with that, I see a good um, deal coming up there with Custos and Awif. Thank you so much.
Yeah, that's a good question. I've worked a bit with Arweave, the ARIO package, and just just good. It's a good chain. It's a good lots of data can
Awesome.
be stored there for reasonable
Oh,
prices, which is good.
great.
So,
Great.
um, all right, chat. Well, I hope everyone else has a great day, and I really appreciate everyone stopping in. Tune in next week for another episode of the Graphic Builders Office Hours, where we're going to be talking about more hackathon stuff. I believe next week we have a guest that will be going, I think it's next week, if I remember off the top of my head, strategies, a survival guide, if you will, for hackathons, because between everything that occurs at a hackathon, I think there needs to be some type of license or some type of certification to that I survived this hackathon, some type of award. And so we've got a mentor who's from ETH Global who's going to be going over that next week. So Faith, thank you so much for your time and
Thank
have a
you.
good rest of your day. If you could leave your tab open because this has to finish uploading, I'm just going to stop the stream right here. And
Okay.
from there, I'll just say goodbye to chat. So take care, chat, and Faith, stay on the line.
All
All
right.
right.